Hi, I wanted to show you a video on how to change a payment method if you paid by the wrong means, meaning you paid by cash and you wanted it paid by check, and how to go through that process. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to check Reese out. And then I'm going to pay for this in full. We're going to go ahead and do it by cash. Okay, you can email this to the customer. Just make sure everybody is aware, as long as you have the email address under the customer's account, and you can also print it. I'm going to go ahead and hit print, and you can see this was paid by cash. Balance due is 0. Okay, so now I'm going to go into Reese's account. So I would type in Reese's name up here, find the Reese that I want, and click on the customer's account. Now in the customer's account, I'm going to go to the receipt tab if I want to take a look at what needs to be done and make sure everything is accurate. And I would be clicking and seeing that. What I'm going to do this time is I'm going to do a refund. So I'm going to hit add refund. Find the appointment. So if it's a retail package or an appointment, I'm going to click here. And then I'm going to say what reservation it was for. How do I want to make the refund? On the receipt, I made it by cash. That's why it's kind of important to make sure you have the receipt in front of you. I'm going to refund it by cash, and my total amount is $18.40. Sure you're leaving a refund note. And hit pay. Okay, so we're paying the refund back to the customer per se. And when I hit, the invoices are live, just so you know. So if I hit the browser refresh, it's now going to tell me that I paid by cash, I refunded by cash, balance due is $18.40. So now what I want to do is I want to change that payment method now. So I'm going to hit return. And I'm going to go back to the customer's account, and I'm going to go under a tab called the Purchase History tab. Now this Purchase History tab will show you all the detailed information about the reservation. What is really important is if you're logged in onto your personal ID and password, which I highly suggest everybody is logged in with their own personal ID and password, and nobody shares a password. We do have a report under reports called the edit log, so you can see exact details on what people do on certain things in the software. So it's really important. So if you do not know how to set up your employees, call us at 866-594-6848, send a chat in or a ticket, or support at email.com. I'm sorry, support at pawloyalty.com, and we'll help you go through that process. We also have a walk me through it at the bottom where you can type in your question here, and it'll walk you through all the steps, tasks to do, and you can go through all the basic video or how-tos if you click that. All right, back to this. So purchase history. And then under that reservation, so this is the reservation that we're looking at, November 15th, some things that you'll see on here. When was this reservation booked? Was on 8:30. If somebody made a change, the change would be right here on what was changed and who changed it. And then on paid, it'll say how much they paid and who the employee was. So since I'm logged into my sample account, I'm just logged in as an employee, and that's the name that I have for myself. But the name would show there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change my payment method. So I'm going to hit change appointment. And then when I hit change appointment, I'm just going to finish through with the booking. Just going to go book appointment. And then once I get to the invoice page, I can now pay by whatever means I want to. I obviously paid by cash there, so I'm going to change that payment method to check as soon as I get to that spot. All right, $18.40 is balance due, check, total amount, and pay. So now, as I mentioned, that receipt is live. So I can look at the receipt and see all the changes I made. I can also email the customer this. I can also print the ticket, the email that's going to go out, as well as see what the email is going to say. When I go to the receipt, I'm just going to hit my browser refresh, and I'll see that now there's no balance due. It was paid by cash, refunded by cash, and then ultimately paid by check. Okay, just a very quick look at your financials and how that affects it. So under the closeout report, you're going to see some refunds down here. So if I have done already some refunds in the system, so it's going to show a couple different things. If it's a facility kept funds where your business keeps the funding because of a return, that'll be under there. If you've just refunded it, it will be under there. Okay. You're going to see all your daily totals under this column. This is the best column to be looking at. Taxes, tips. You're going to see detail down here. And then you're going to see how all the funding right here. All right, daily revenue with cancellations is going to show you the same thing, but by dog, how they paid, the dog that paid, any refunds, any cancellations. Okay. Sort by payment type is always my favorite, and it'll sort cash, check, credit cards, all individually, all in a group. If you need any help, again, 866-594-6848, chat, or submit a ticket. And you can also send an email to support@pawloyalty.com. Thank you.